Hey yogis, welcome. It is Feel Good Friday. I'm Melanie and I'm here at Nova Yoga Studio in St. John's, Newfoundland. And today a flow for you to ground you, to center you, and to bring you back to this moment. It is the only moment. So we're going to start in child's pose. So sitting hips to heels. And letting your arms stretch forward as your spine relaxes forward. See if you can settle your forehead down into the ground. And really let the ground receive you. Sink all of your weight down into it. Take a big breath in. And let it out through your mouth. And then moving forward into hands and knees. And we're going to take on our cat-cow with lion's breath. So placing the wrists under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. And with your inhale, press into the ground, round your spine. And then with your exhale, look forward, release your tongue. Inhale, rounding. Gaze between the legs. Then exhale, free the tongue. One more time, inhale, curl in. And exhale. Sitting back into child's pose again, hips to heels, spine relaxing forward. And this time what I'd like you to do is to actually wrap your arms back around you. And I don't know about you, but when I'm in this version of child's pose, I feel really grounded. I almost feel like a rock or a boulder or a pebble. So I want you to find that with me. Arms back by your side, forehead settles. Enjoying the stillness that you're finding here. And we're going to roll up the spine. And you're just going to touch your fingertips down so that you can curl your toes under and come into a forward fold. So you're grounding your heels, hips are lifted, and your knees are nice and soft as you fold. And we'll join the hands behind the back so that we can come into the bound version of the fold, into the shoulder open air. Just letting yourself hang and sway. And pressing into the feet firmly and starting to roll up your spine, keeping that connection of the hands as you rise up. And as you begin to reach the top, you'll take your shoulders back and you'll lift your heart high. And taking your arms out and up. And joining your palms, bring them all the way down through the midline. Arms by your side. And let's walk all the way to the top of the mat. And we'll take it through a couple of standing flows here that will really encourage us to be focused and grounded and centered. It's a lovely way to be. So stepping into your mountain pose, into your Tadasana. With your inhale, reach the arms out and up, stretching to the sky. Then exhale, arms wide as you take it forward into your fold, touch the ground. Inhale, half lift of your spine. Exhale, step it back into your plank pose. Inhaling here. Exhale to lower in a straight, strong line, or you can drop your knees to the ground, whatever you prefer. Untuck your toes, roll your shoulders back, lift your heart, cobra or upward facing dog. And then letting the hips rise up and back, downward facing dog. In your downward dog, lift your heels high as you inhale. And then exhale, let your heels release to the ground. Taking that again, inhale, heels lifting. Exhale, heels releasing without jamming them down, just let them melt down. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Step your feet together. And then lift your right leg to the sky. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, bring your knee in, step your foot forward to meet your thumb. We're going to move with breath here. Warrior one. So anchor that back heel, have the feet about hip width. Bend your front knee, and let your inhale lift you up into your warrior. And with your exhale, we're going to take standing splits. So lower your hands and shift the weight forward into that front foot. Fire up your back leg. Inhale to lift your spine and your heart. And then exhale to fold out over that standing leg. Inhale, lift your spine again. And then exhale, step your leg back into the lunge. Inhale to bend your knee, melt your hips, place your left hand. And then exhale, right arm to the sky, twist yourself open. Lower your hand down to the mat, step it back into plank as you inhale. Exhale, lower down, option to drop the knees. Forehead on the mat, arms by your side. With your inhale, rise up like you are flying, lifting, lengthening, Shalabhasana, locust pose. And exhale to release to the ground. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, a little sway of the hips from side to side. And then press it back into hands and knees and into child's pose. Take a big breath in. And then let it out. Come forward into hands and knees. And take it up into downward facing dog. With your inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, let your heels descend. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, releasing. Step your feet together for stability. And then lift your left leg. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, bring your knee in. Step your foot forward to meet your thumb. Same sequence, moving with breath. Warrior one. Drop the back heel, bend the front knee. Inhale, search for the sky. Lift up. Exhale, lower your hands down to the mat. Standing splits, shift it forward. Fire up that back leg. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale to fold out over your leg. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step it back into the lunge. Bend your knee, melt your hips, place your hand as you inhale. Then exhale, left arm to the sky, twist it open. And then lowering your hand to the mat, step it back into your plank pose. Inhale here. Exhale, lowering down all the way to the belly. Forehead on the mat, arms by your side, untuck your toes. Inhale, lift up in to your locust. And exhale, release to the ground. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, press back through hands and knees, and into child's pose. Take a seat, rest forward. Inhaling here. And let it out through your mouth. Take it forward into hands and knees, and back into downward facing dog. Step your feet together. Lift your right leg to the sky, stretch it back, inhale. Exhale, bring your knee in, step your foot forward to meet your thumb. Warrior two, anchor the back heel. Windmill the arms open, and up you rise. See that the feet are in line, the knee is bent, you're strong at your center, and then you radiate out from that powerful center. Both palms open up, flying warrior. Inhale, straighten the leg, reach for the sky, maybe look up. Exhale, turning the palms down, bend your knee, warrior two. Inhale, lift up. Keep the legs straight as you exhale. Take your arms out to the side, triangle, Trikonasana. Lengthen out, reach past the toes. Slide your hand down the shin, reach that left hand to the sky. Looking down if you want to release the neck. Press into the outer edge of that back foot, lift yourself up, bend your knee, take the warrior. Circle the hands down to frame your foot, pivot onto the ball of your back foot. And I want you to hug that right knee into the belly, hug it in, pull it in. And then take your leg out to the left side. So we're going to take our flying triangle, roll onto the inner edge of the back foot, free that left arm to the sky, open up. And then lower your hand to the mat. Squeeze the knee into the belly, hug it in, and see if you can step your foot all the way up to meet your thumb. High lunge, come on up into crescent. Feel strong, stable, grounded, balanced. From here, we're going to take eagle arms, so right arm over your left, backs of hands or palms to touch. And then start to shift your weight forward. Left leg over right. Maybe you touch the toes down, maybe you keep the toes hovering, maybe the toes wrap around the calf. Bend your knees, sit your hips down. Squeeze your elbows together, lift your elbows, press the hands away from the face. And then start to fold. Hinge at your hips, taking your eagle forward into that fold. Unwind your arms, touch the fingertips down. Unwind your leg, start to reach the leg back behind you, half moon. Right fingertips underneath the right wrist. Fire up that extended leg, press back through your heel, and then roll your torso open, just like you did in your triangle in terms of the openness, the expansion, the lift. If you wish, you can look down. It might help you keep your balance. And then now we look down, lower the hand, lower the foot. From here, forward fold, wrap your hands around your ankles or your calves, and hug yourself a little deeper into that fold. Lengthen your spine halfway, and step it back, downward facing dog. Bring your feet together in your downward dog. Lifting your left leg to the sky. Bringing the knee in, stepping the foot to the thumb, and then taking it into warrior two. So back heel grounding, spinning the arms up and overhead, and lunging deeply into that warrior. Feel that power through your legs and through your feet. And take the arms out, check in with that back arm. Sometimes it likes to drift, so make sure that it's nice and even. Opening up both palms, inhale, flying warrior, lift up. Exhale, warrior two, bend the knee deeply. Inhale, lift up, keep the legs straight. Exhale, take your arms to the side, and then start to lengthen, reach out past your toes, and then finding the sliding of the hand down the shin as the other arm reaches triumphantly to the sky. And keep your front thigh engaged, really press into the big toe mound of that front foot. Again, you can look down if that's a better position for your neck today. And come all the way back up to standing. Bend your knee, warrior. Circle your hands down to frame your foot. Hug your left knee into the belly. Pick up the foot, hug the knee in. Thread the leg out to the right side. Spin onto the inner edge of your back foot and free your arm to the sky as you take this variation on side plank. And then lower your hand down. Hug your knee in, squeeze it in, and then step your foot all the way up to meet your thumb. High lunge, so we're going to rise up into crescent. Steady yourself, grounded, balanced, focused. From here, we're going to take the left arm over the right for eagle arms. Find that connection of backs of hands or palms. And then smoothly shifting forward so the weight is transferred into that left leg. Eagle legs, right leg wraps around the left. Toes can touch down, hover, or hook around the calf. Bending your knees, sit down. Squeeze your elbows together, lift your elbows together, or lift your elbows up, hands away from the face. And then you're going to start to kind of fold in your eagle, come closer to the earth. Unwind your arms, set your fingertips down. Unwind your legs and stretch your right leg back behind you. Fire up the thigh, flex your foot, start to open up through your torso, reach for the sky. Half a moon, maybe looking down. Lower your gaze, lower your hand, lower your foot. Wrap your hands around your ankles or your calves. Hug yourself a little deeper in. And then walk your feet together. Bend your knees, sit down through the hips, lift up through your arms. And then squeezing your inner thighs together, you're going to come all the way down to seated. And once you are seated, find a comfortable cross-legged seat. Bring your hands to your knees, palms down, close your eyes. Feel that you are grounded, centered, and alive in this moment. It is the only moment. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Shanti.